parking lot next to BMO Stadium in Exposition Park. Tonight, investigators say this could be a case of deadly road rage.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Danny here, back again. Finally happened. I mean, it's been a few months, haven't talked about it, but I guess I'll talk about it now. As you guys heard, situation turned deadly. Guess what it involved? Another fucking biker. Keep listening.
Eyewitness News reporter Tim Pulliam live at the scene with breaking new information. Tim.
Mark, I spoke to the victim's family off camera, and they are rocked by this tragedy. Investigators are looking for the driver who hit and killed a teenager in this parking lot.
Now, what they're not going to tell you is what drove the driver to do this. They're only going to talk about what the driver did to the kid. I am not saying what they did to him is justifiable. I am just saying that they're not going to cover the actions that these little fucking biker kids do while on these rideouts. Just keep that in mind.
Air 7 capturing the chaos. A 16-year-old cyclist hit and killed by a driver who kept going. This video showing a bike crushed from the impact. The violent attack playing out just before 4:30 p.m. in this parking lot in Exposition Park near BMO Stadium. Officers believe the incident may have stemmed from road rage.
Now, as someone who's been on these rideouts for the past 5-6 years now, I've seen enough to know what consumes these drivers to act the way they do. People are taking up every lane of traffic, which means the drivers going the same way that we are, they don't have a respective lane to drive past us. So guess what they do? They go into that center lane that divides, the left and right, or ongoing and incoming, and they take that lane and zoom past us. Who's going to want to sit behind a shit ton of bikers when, again, I've been on these rides. If everyone just moves over to the right, it's easier said than done. I've been on these rides. I've seen it, but I've seen it done enough to where if you're actually a responsible rider, just get over to the right, or get over to the right as much as possible, and then take up a little bit of that left lane, but at least leave one whole lane open for traffic, and it avoids shit like this.
Further investigation determined that there was approximately 40 bikes that were riding southbound on Figueroa, just north of Martin Luther King Boulevard.
Now, again, they're not talking about what the biker did. So from what I gathered online a few months ago when I read about this, so correct me if I'm wrong, but I know it involved the bikers breaking the driver's side mirror, and I think that was in the parking lot of a 7-Eleven or a convenience store, or it was while the ride was going on. I've dealt with enough drivers who get irritated with people taking up all the road, which they should get irritated. We're not supposed to take up the whole fucking road. Move over. But that's what escalated the situation. That these bikers broke this person's mirror. This is not me saying, yeah, that kid deserves to die. I'm just not surprised that they did some dumb shit like this, and this is what happened.
And an altercation occurred between a sedan and that group of bikes. Ultimately, it came onto Exposition property, not associated with any events or activities that were going on.
Dan Keene with California Highway Patrol says the driver followed the group of cyclists into the parking lot before the unidentified sedan struck the victim and drove away. A crash detectives say was preventable.
Now, I'm going to chime in on this. 100% it was preventable, and this is going to be controversial. It was preventable from the bikers. If they would not have fucked with this driver's side mirror, guess what? Homeboy most likely would not have followed you guys and ran this fucking kid over. So, again, this is me speaking on my personal experience on the, I don't know how many rides I've done now and seeing what I've seen. 100%, if that biker would have left that freaking driver alone, and if they were just a lot more respectful of motorists and pedestrians and stuff, you guys wouldn't be getting as hit, and you wouldn't be fucking dying.
An investigation now underway, speaking with those other cyclists who witnessed the crash and the teenager take his last breath. Aerials showing loved ones grieving over the young man's body. When I asked Officer Keene, a father of two, for his reaction to the crash, he fought back tears.
That's hard to talk about.
Now this cop, if he really is around that like lifestyle or his kid is, he knows what's going on. He knows that those fucking kids did something to provoke this motorist. As someone who's a father, if something were to happen to my kid on a ride out, if I can't beat your ass, if you're a kid, I 100% will call the authorities and have them do whatever legal proceedings they can to you or your parents to make sure that you pay for the actions that you did to hurt my child while we're on a ride. Unfortunately, this kid died, and that sucks. It just let's be real, dude. Let's be real. We all know what's up with these fucking wheelie kids. I'm not trying to blame everything on them, but for those of us that are actually respectful on these rides, let's be real. There are some crazy motorists, but if you're respectful towards them in the road, they're not going to act the way they have been or the way you've heard. Guess what they're going to do? Drive right on the side of us, probably honk their horn in support. But if you act like these fucking swerving kids and swerving adults, I'm going to blame you guys for the things that happen to you on the road. Because again, I've seen enough disrespect, and shit happens when you provoke people.
To be honest, because I do have young kids and they ride their bikes around and we have a fun time. And like I said, this was 100% preventable.
And investigators will be looking at security video in the area. They are also asking witnesses to give CHP a call. Tim Pulliam, ABC7 Eyewitness News.
Now that's where the video ends. I'm just going to give my final thoughts. If you've stuck around this long, thank you. I do appreciate it. Hopefully you hit the subscribe or the follow or whatever have you. If not, just a like or a comment. It's all appreciated. But yeah, the situation could have been prevented if these bikes didn't provoke the driver. I don't know what else is going to take for these wheelie kids, swerver adults, whatever, to stop. You guys just fucking had someone die when you guys just got ran over, and it's still happening, dude. It's like you guys just don't fucking care. You guys don't listen to shit. I'm not putting everything on the bikers. The motorist, the person behind the wheel, that they're at fault for fucking continuing to follow these people and then run that kid over. The fact that he followed them, that dude was already probably, just premeditated or was just so consumed by rage that, that's where he ended up making his fucking horrible decision to run this kid over. And it sucks, you know what I mean? Someone should have get fucking ran over for slapping your side mirror. At the same time, you're on a fucking bike. You shouldn't be slapping anybody's fucking anything and not expect somebody to potentially, eventually get provoked to do something. And that's what happened here. They fucked with the wrong guy at that time, and now the kid's dead. So I'm going to make another video talking about, I personally think who's really to blame for, this whole swerving on people and cars epidemic shit. Because, again, I've been riding for 5 to 6 years now, basically before COVID. Before COVID was when everything really started to pop off. And, again, I've seen enough. I saw what people were doing before COVID, and I saw what people were doing once it really blew up. So I'm going to give my take on it in another video. But yeah, if you've stuck around this long, again, thank you very much. The subscription, a like, a comment helps. I guess I'm going to try to get back onto this whole YouTube thing. But yeah, that's it for now. Could have been preventable. Stop fucking with cars. Peace.